everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel for the new viewers. This video will be of secrets, Puerto, Los Cabos in Mexico. And this is the climate that we're flying into. We live in Phoenix, Arizona, so it's much the same desert climate going into Cabo. See a lot of the same small mountains, tracks, UTV tracks, side-by-side tracks. And then the airport's really small. When we landed, we got off we walked down the ladder, to the outside, which led us to a bus. And the bus took us into the customs area, which I haven't seen for a while. So that was pretty fun, actually. Now when you check in, you get a room. If you're in the preferred club, you get a room down in building 7 or 8, I guess. This is building 7. So you get your own special check-in area, which is in the preferred club lounge. And then they'll set you up with your room. So as you walk in, you got the nice little spot to put your stuff as you come in the door. The bathroom's pretty cool. There's a couple sinks, which I'll talk about in the pros and cons lists, but that tub was huge. It was a jetted soaking tub. We didn't use it, but and the bathroom's actually really workable. Both people can be in there getting ready if that's the case. The shower was amazing, which I'll talk about again as well. But you've got your rain shower and then your regular shower head. Walking back into the main room area. There's a small couch there for you to sit on if need be. And the magic box that everybody talks about. We got room service on our first morning, so they put the room service in there, and then you just grab it and take it to wherever you're gonna go. Here's our closet. We did not use the robes, which when I open that closet door and do these videos, I'm always like, man, we need to use those robes, and then we never use them. So there's a lot of storage area, as you can see right there underneath the TV. There's your snacks, and they have those little shooter bottles that they restock every day for us. I was giving the guy a couple bucks, and he was hitting me up with 3 and 4 bottles a day, which is good. And there's your connections or your outlets for the wall, for the lights, for your phones and stuff. So, and here's the best part of the room, the swim out area. This is our first swim out room. We've been to 4 all-inclusives over the past few years, and this was the time that we finally decided we're going to get a swim out, and it was great. I loved it. We were on the end, and it was beautiful. Couple chairs for you to sit in. There's one lounge chair, which was kind of strange. You'd think there would be 2 lounge chairs because you figure there's going to be 2 people in the room, but just one lounge chair. But that's okay. We made it work. I was in the pool most of the time anyway, so my wife's a reader, so she could sit in that chair and read. And there we are. That's El Patio, the Mexican food restaurant. And now here's our pool day. So that's Oceana. It's connected to the preferred club pool. And there's the pool concierge. They did an okay job checking to make sure everybody that walked in there was part of the preferred club, because this is a preferred club perk only. The first day we went, there was really nobody at that area, but then I forget his name, but the next day the guy was he was on it. He was on the ball with everything. So he was checking room numbers and stuff, so he was on the ball. And here's the beach. So I knew that you couldn't swim in the water in Cabo for the most part, and it wasn't a huge deal, but they wouldn't even let us go down to the beach area because of those waves. They were very strong and they were wild, but the water never really got close to the edge where you could walk at, but they weren't letting us down. They finally let us go down the last day, and we walked down to I think it's a Marriott just to the east of the Secrets. But on this video day, that's the little area that they would let you walk to, but other than that, you couldn't. And I didn't have my phone with me the day that they let us walk down there, so. There's the famous bar with the swings, which I did not grab a drink at, unfortunately. All right, this is a larger swing that's in between the golf course and this little grassy area. And here's the view from sitting in that swing. The main pool's down there, which we did not attend. But the main pool's down kind of towards the middle of the property, and then the preferred clubs to the south of the property. There's Lupita. She is part of the Oceana. She was in there at night trying to get food from people. And then here's Oceana for breakfast. The preferred club breakfast is at Oceana. So from, I think it was 7 to 10, Oceana serves breakfast. And then here's Himitsu, and here's our table that was in the ground. All right, so we're going to do a pros and cons list here for the Secrets Puerto Los Cabos. First time ever I've done a pros and cons list for any of the hotels that we've done these videos for, but I think it deserves a pros and cons list. So first we'll start off with the hotel itself. So the grounds are immaculate. The shrubbery, the flowers, the palm trees, the swim out pools are all awesome. They really take pride in what they do, and they make it look perfect. The food, all the restaurants we ate at Mexican food, El Patio, we ate at Oceana's, and we ate at the Asian place, Hamatsu, I think is how you say it. Everything was awesome. The dessert, the main courses, the entrees, the drinks, everything was awesome. The guacamole is phenomenal here. If you come here, try the guacamole. You will not regret it. The preferred club, so we got a preferred club room, which comes with the preferred club pool. The first day they weren't really checking to make sure you were part of the preferred club, but that was Monday afternoon and there wasn't a lot of people here, so they didn't really check. But Tuesday and Wednesday they checked pretty hard just to make sure that you should be in there. But the infinity edges to those things were just awesome. They give you free bally beds. There's 5 of them. So if you show up early enough, you get a bally bed for free, and you don't have to worry about battling for chairs. There wasn't really a battle for any of the chairs that I saw anyway. We got the same bally bed on Tuesday and Wednesday, so it was pretty good. The bally beds come with a screen, so the screens go up and down, so you can move them to wherever the sun is, so you can cover things. So if you get one of those bally beds, just make sure you can move those screens to wherever you want. The drinks were good. The only problem was the servers. They were good, but they leave at like 4:30. I think the bar closes at 4:30, or their service closes at 4:30. So they just disappear, and they don't come by and say, you know, we're leaving for the day or whatever. So they just disappear, and it's not a big deal. But if you do use that preferred club pool, just be aware that the service may or may not end at 4:30. Who knows? So for the room itself, we loved the shower. So there's a rainfall shower, and then there's a regular shower that comes out of the wall. Very good pressure. There's enough room. If you and your significant other want to stand in the shower together, you can do that. The incense, the Secrets incense, they're one of their signature items that they have. We love it. We use it all the time. We use multiple ones a day. We just love it. There's a lot of mood lights inside the room itself, and then out in the swim up pool. Yeah, I got a random water floating through. But the pool is over here. Or the pool has blue lights, and then there's lights out in the background here, so the mood lighting is really good everywhere. There's a super cool, you saw it in the video of the room, but the tub in there is a jetted jacuzzi tub. We didn't use it, but it looks like a pretty good perk to have if you like that kind of thing. There's also the cleaning lady alert, or the cleaning person alert, so you can push the green button or the red button to turn it on or off. So if you don't want anybody, you hit the red button. If you want somebody to come by, you hit the green one. My wife really liked that one. There's also the signature room service box, which we used once. We had breakfast the first day, and that's a good option, so you don't really have to open the door and deal with, you know, getting all the room service inside. And then, of course, I mentioned already, the swim up room is just an awesome perk to have, which is what we booked. So that's it for most of the pros. We really had a lot of pros. We liked the property, but now the cons. So it's not happening today, of course. So maybe it's just the slower days of the week, but they're jackhammering up. They have, so there's the sidewalks, but then there's like little rock, I don't know what you call them. It just adds a little ambiance to the concrete and the sidewalk, but they're jackhammering those out, and they're replacing them, and they're doing it like during the middle of the day. So you're trying to grab a nap at the beach or at the pool, and all you hear is jackhammers. So that was a little bit frustrating, and I didn't want to, you know, cause a problem, so I just dealt with it, and like everybody else, we just kind of sat there and waited for them to finish. And we knew this coming in here, so it wasn't really a surprise, but there's absolutely no beach access. I mean, there's a tiny little bit of beach access, but the first 2 days we were here, they had it roped off, so you couldn't even go down to the beach because the waves were just rocking. So there's the beach bar that's down there, so you walk through a tunnel over by the preferred club pool. You go through a tunnel, and then it leads you out into the beach bar where the swings are. If you've seen any videos of this place, you probably know what I'm talking about. But there's a little staircase that goes down to the beach. Well, that was closed the first 2 days, so we couldn't even go down there. So you just had to kind of sit there and look at it. There's also some palapas off to the side. You can go sit in the palapas, and there's plenty of shade over there, but you just can't get to the beach. So, I mean, like I said, we knew that coming in here, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But finally, yesterday, they let us go down there, and we walked along the beach. But there's a lifeguard down there, and he's like, don't go in the water at all. Like, I asked him if we could even just put our feet in, and he's like, no. So, but if you come here and you look at that and you see the waves, I mean, they are massive and they're strong. So, I mean, we kind of understood it, but it was just kind of disappointing. And so this room is called an ocean view room, but you don't have a view of the ocean. They should really relabel these just swim up rooms, because the only rooms that really have the ocean view are the oceanfront rooms. There's 8 buildings, so building number 1 is on the far north end, and it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is the oceanfront building. So all those rooms have views of the ocean. So those are really the only ones. The building 8 ones are the only ones that really have ocean view rooms. So as far as the swim out rooms go, now every other room, like on floor 2 and above in these other buildings, have ocean view options, but I don't think the ocean or the swim out rooms really do. But anyway, it's not really an ocean view room. And the last of the cons is there's no music at the preferred club pool, which was kind of shocking. The main pool has music playing pretty much the whole day, and the main pool is big. We didn't really go to the main pool. We walked through there a couple times, but it's pretty big. So I guess it's more of the livelier pool, so they play music there and have games and all that stuff. But there's not even a hint of music at the Preferred Club pool, which I think they could probably add. Then some smaller cons that we noticed. So we ordered room service the first day. My wife got French toast and there was no syrup. So you have the text or the app that you order all this stuff from, and then they confirm with you that you ordered whatever you ordered, and then you try and text them back and say we didn't get any syrup, and they never responded. So I had to walk down to the Preferred Club, grab syrup, bring it back for my wife so she could enjoy her French toast. There's a speaker system in there, and I think our speaker is broken, or it like if you turn it up past the first option, it's just it crackles. Like, you know what a broken speaker sounds like? It kind of crackles. So that was somewhat annoying. We didn't really watch TV that much, but also the sink. So the common area sinks, they're all in that circular. All the sinks are in that circular shape. So the room sink, at least ours, the faucet is right next to the edge. So I have fairly big hands, and I couldn't fit my hands all the way under. So you have to turn the water pressure all the way up, and then when you do that, the water splashes out everywhere. The common area sinks, the faucet's in the middle, so you can put your hands under there and it's no big deal. But for the room sink, it was kind of annoying. Last but not least, the World of Hyatt program status. So we are explorists with Hyatt, which means you either have to spend $10,000 at the Hyatt properties and their partners throughout the year, or you have to spend 30 nights at any of the Hyatt properties. So, I mean, that's a pretty good amount of money that you're spending to get to the status of explorist. Now there's another one above that, globalist, and obviously that's going to be more expensive, but I feel like to be an explorist, you're spending quite a bit of money. When we checked in, we asked for just a small upgrade to the oceanfront room of a swim up, and it was like, I think he said $350 or $400 to do that, and I was like, it seems kind of weird, but I mean, that's their policy is they don't upgrade suites, but I was already in a suite. I just wanted a different view. So I feel like that could have been granted to us, and I know that they were available because I went on the website and the app before we got here, and all those rooms were still available for our time here. So we could have gotten that, I think, but they just they kind of wanted us to pay extra for the room. And another con that I'm gonna go at briefly is this over here. Right by our room, there's a little walkway, and people are constantly going up and down there. And I've had to pause this thing like 3 times because people are walking through, which that guy just did. He's a worker, so. But anyway, so yeah, the World of Hyatt program. I understand that it's a business and they're trying to make money. So, but I would have given them maybe half of that, $400 to get to the oceanfront room, but they wouldn't even negotiate with me. And also, after you check in and you get all that stuff done, they send you to, the guy didn't call it a timeshare presentation, but that's what it was. We declined because we know better, but we met a couple at the pool who went through it, and they knew too. They just wanted to see what they could get for it, but it was 2.5 hours. They can't get back, and it was just kind of ridiculous what they were offering the people. So anyway, if you know about this in advance, I wouldn't do it unless you want to sit through those presentations. It's somewhat high pressured. They're trying to get you to pay for things that you don't really need. I mean, you can come here and pay for the room yourself if you're a Hyatt member. So anyway, that'll do it. I am done talking. So you guys have any questions, you can hit me up, and I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. But we liked our stay here. But the beach access is probably one thing. We just wanted to give it a try and see what it was like, and probably won't come back. Not for any other reason but just the beach. Just because you can't really access the beach, can't go in the water, and not that we would spend a lot of time in the water, but you know, hearing the waves and listening to the ocean's kind of soothing and calming. So anyway, take care everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you. We'll be in Vegas in about 2 weeks and we'll do another room tour. All right, bye.